Hello world, it's Tommy Jordan here. It's Friday night, August the 15th, 16th? I don't know what the day is. It's Friday, I know that, okay? That's all I know at this point. I want to take a few minutes to thank all of you. And by all of you, I don't even know how many there are. There's a lot, okay? When we started that fundraising campaign on the 8 Minutes of Fame site last night, wow, I was sitting here in this little shop over at that computer station typing away and getting it launched, and within seconds of going go, $100, $50, $25, $100. I mean, it was crazy. The first 12 hours, it went crazy. The first 4 hours, I think we raised about 1,200 bucks. We've raised another 1,200 in the following 20 hours or so. My partner overseas, Dr. Gillespie, she's raised about 450 pounds, which equates to about $675 US. Long story short, we're at about 2,200 bucks right now in one day. That's $100 an hour. I can deal with that, okay? That's great. That's awesome. You guys should be very proud. Give yourselves a hand, because if I pat myself on the back any harder, I'm going to give myself a cramp, okay? You've done great. Please don't stop. Please, share this video, share the blog post more than anything. The blog post that tells about the project and what we're trying to do. Share that with everybody. What are we going to use the money for? I told you this in the blog post, but let me cover it real quick. We're not going to be able to raise enough to build the first container off just volunteer donations. I could be wrong. You guys could surprise me. I mean, we could raise 200 grand, but God, that'd be great. But I'm not expecting that. We're trying to raise enough to get the nonprofit started. It has to be registered here in the US and the UK and with the UN. These processes take time. It could take probably 6 weeks to 3 months, okay? So in the meantime, we're not trying to raise $10 million, because if we do, I get taxed on $10 million, and I don't want to pay that tax bracket, okay? So we're trying to raise a couple $100,000. That would be awesome. Anything that we get, we're funneling straight into the charity accounts. The expenses that are coming out now are things like airline tickets, food, hotels. We're renting cars in the UK and Jordan and Dubai. We're having to buy a few sample materials from like the book publishers to put in the schools. We're going to have to probably buy a couple tablets to load the software on. There's just lots of incidental expenses. So that's what your money is going for, to help us make it the last mile. We are almost there. It's taken us 6 months. We've worked hard. I've worked hard. Dr. Gillespie has worked hard. I'd like to take a few minutes and thank just a few important people. With the exception of Dr. Gillespie, the next largest contributor of time, I would have to say, is Chad Edgar, CEO of DEI Industrial. They're based out of Texas. Chad is a big old Texan. He is your quintessential Texas Southern boy. He is kind. He has a big, huge heart. He probably has a big, huge hat too, but I'll let mine off for this. Chad's a great guy. He's pulled his team in, Travis Woods, that works with him, his whole design team, structural engineers, civil engineers, electronic engineers, lighting engineers, diesel engineers. We've got engineers putting this project together to make this school as cost efficient and portable and sturdy and rock solid as it can be, because we're trying to put a school system on the back of a flatbed lowboy in Libya. Okay, there's some holes in them road, Joe. All right, you see that? Yeah. Don't turn that into a meme, please. I don't want to find that on something somewhere. There's a lot of work going into this to make them safe, to make them efficient, to make them low cost. We're not trying to create a $300,000 product to sell. We're trying to take that $300,000 product and make one for about 50 grand to give away, okay? To just give it away. If we can get the first couple built, I feel pretty certain we can go to people like Microsoft, Dell, HP, Google. Somebody find me Mark Zuckerberg's telephone number, because if he'll take my call, I'll call him, because Mark Zuckerberg could pay for the first 5 years of this like out of his pocket. But yes, we are going to go after some big owners to help fund the big long-term goals of this. We have a great opportunity working with the UN to potentially have them provide ongoing funding. They love our idea. They've liked the prototypes that we've shown them. They like the ideas that we've given them. They're on board as they can possibly be. the goal this next week is to go to the UK, meet with my partners in person, because we have been Skyping and telecommuting as much as we possibly can. We want to try and knock out a few final tweaks, put a presentation together, go show this to the people at the UN and go, here, not only have we thought of it and figured it out, we've done it, it's ready to build, here's the bill, here's the books to go in it, here's the tablets to go in it, here's the curriculum approved by the Libyan government for their students. That hurdle is handled. We've handled all the hurdles. All you got to do is pay for it, and we'll go put it in for you, okay? The UN has tried this in Libya, not this, but they have an ongoing project trying to help educate kids there. They have tents and volunteer teachers. We want to take those teachers and Arabic teachers and Libyan teachers, give them a nice place to work, a place that's fun, that's air conditioned. You guys have never been there. I have. It's 140 degrees, okay? It's hot. It's 100 at night. It's hot. I mean, the Sahara Desert is called it is a desert. It is hot, okay? These kids, a lot of them have no bathrooms. They have dirt floors. They have no chairs, no desks. They don't have enough books. Your average school may have 2 math books. Maybe they're 7th grade and 10th grade. Well, the problem is they have 40 students. What are the other 38 students going to do? What can the 7-year-olds learn because there's only a 10th grade science book? You know, the kids are going, without an education. There are teachers that want to educate them. There are students that want to learn. All they need is the materials. We're going to carry over there the books, put them in this portable drive around town library. The idea being that while we can't make a physical school cost effective, because the infrastructure costs are ridiculous. It would cost us $500 million to take 5 years. I know, because we actually tried that first and it's expensive. So instead, we put this 40-foot container on the back of a lowboy. That's a flatbed truck for you guys that don't speak redneck, all right? It's a low-riding flatbed truck. And you drop this container on it, bam, it's done. And in the front of it is diesel power, solar power, and shore power. That means I can drive it somewhere and plug it in and turn it on. It has a 100-gallon fuel capacity. We have a Yanmar 5.5 kilowatt generator that are powering this thing. It drinks I was actually wrong in my blog post. It drinks 0.24 gallons an hour. That means a 100-gallon fuel tank that we have on this bad boy can fill up for $56 US and run for about 40 days. That's a lot of run time. I can run a school for 40 days on 1 tank of gas, and that's about what we put in my truck. You know, my Jeep fills up on $65. This entire 100-gallon tank over there on their currency conversion at 15 Libyan dinar per liter, it's $50, and it's done. I can run school for a month, $50. If we pull into a town like Sirte or Misrata, where there's been damage, but let's say there is more damage, something comes through, and for some reason a small clinic is damaged. Their drugs are going bad. They don't have any lights. They can't run their X-ray machines. Guess what? Don't worry about it. Hold that thought. In fact, back up a little bit. We back this rig in here. I open the doors and we connect this thing. Bam! There you go. We're now powering our school and your small hospital, or your school, or your government building, or your free clinic. I mean, we're trying to give to people here, okay? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get help to do this. The ideas are great. The engineers are cranking out ideas as fast as I can possibly write them down. What we need from the rest of you in the world is to help fund it. We need, I hate to say this, we need money, lots of money, okay? In about another month and a half, we hope to have a full tax-deductible 501c3 non-profitable organization registered and set up. So then, from that point on, big cash contributions, big corporate contributions, even personal contributions will all be a tax deduction. So I don't want to make $1 million right now. Hold that thought. I do want to make it, not yet. Don't give me $1 million, even if you can. Okay, fine. If you can, fine. All right, but your average person, don't do that. You know, 100 grand would get us a long way towards doing this. For $100,000, we could probably get the corporate account set up, get the charity existing in all 3 countries, get it involved with the UN, and build the first container. Okay? So 100 grand, Jiminy Cricket. If we had 100 people, if we had 1,000 people worldwide give us, I don't know, $100. That's it. That's it. That's $100,000. Okay, $100 from 1,000 people. 100,000. That's all it takes. We've already had about, I'm gonna say, 10 people have given us like $100. Ken, I know you. You gave $101.01, and that's actually the largest cash contribution that we've got so far. I'm not trying to embarrass Ken. I actually want to thank him for what he did. But seriously, guys, companies can donate. Anyone with a credit card can go on PayPal and donate. All right, 1,000 people worldwide across the whole world giving $100. That's it. We're done. We can do a lot with that, and we will probably at that point stop trying to raise funds because we need to get the charity accounts set up. Truth is, we actually have a charity in the UK now that can handle it. So if we do happen to make $5 million, don't worry, it can be a tax deduction. So if you want to give that kind of cash, let me know first. All right, I'll tell you where to send it. You'll get a 501c3 receipt. You'll be covered. In the meantime, small is fine. Let's do this grassroots. Let's do it with people. Me, my counterpart in the UK, Dr. Gillespie, Chad, Lou from Dubai, Ali from Dubai, Travis from Texas, Murray Prince from Texas, the companies that have helped us, Lightworks Middle East Inc., DEI Industrial. You guys have been freaking awesome, and we love you. Chad, I swear to God, dude, you're awesome, and your team, and Travis, and all you guys, you're awesome. Dr. Gillespie has been working tirelessly, and I literally mean tirelessly. The woman never stops. She is working the UK side of things. It's happening. Please continue to help. All right. I'm leaving in 2 days to go to the UK. The next video you see from me, I'll be in the United Kingdom, going, "Good day, mate." Or is that's probably Australian. They hate when I do this, the British accent, because you can't help it. You talk to them for long enough, you want to kind of say it yourself. You sound horrible. I sound Cockney. I sound quite Cockney. Thank you, guys. I love you all. We love you all. Keep helping. That's it. I'm going to stop talking now. Have a good day, y'all.